Shalom, Yabba Shem Shalom.
Shalom, Yahaba, Shem Shalom.
Shalom, Yahaba.
Had a plate make a clink there. Who's eating what? Who's eating from what?
Me just box off a spaghetti bolognese with some salad and little cheese pan it, you know.
Okay, I hear you, man. Oh, good. Again with the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command General YAHANNA. And from 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. And that according to the Bible, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Jews, according to the Bible, according to history, according to the Bible, history, archaeology, you name it. Black people, even according to Kanye West, so like, damn it. According to everything, apart from the white Jew, the white so-called Jewish man, you know what I mean? According to anything that got truth, we are the real Jews according to the Bible. And that, you know what I mean, was put in slavery, put in bondage, put in Aston, Handsworth, Newtown, Maasai, Tuxteth, all the ghettos all over the globe because we disobeyed the Lord. But the good news is the Lord wants us back, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. The Lord wants us back. You know when you beat your children, send them to the bed, and then later on you call them back out. You know you beat them, you vex them, and later man, you go, you know what, come outside, man. That's us, man. The Lord wants us back, man.
That's right.
The only thing is we got to learn how to behave, man. With children that don't know how to behave, we got to learn how to behave. So, black man, you come to UPK and we'll show you how to behave, man. You know what I mean? So we got classes Monday, 7 to 9, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. That's the history class by Captain Parasha. Make sure you come down and watch that, ask your questions, the whole 9. Also, classes on Tuesday, live from Manchester. You know what I mean? Officer Tazap, one officer, Awabon. Do that class. Make sure you watch it live from Manny. If you're in Manchester, watch that class. Contact the school, contact number. You know what I mean? Get in contact with these two brothers, man. They'll show you what it means to be a brother. See, a lot of you hear about this class 7 to 9 on social media and think brotherhood. I got brotherhood. But listen, man, the UPK, we show you how to get brotherhood, man.
That's right.
You don't know what brotherhood is till you come here. Listen, there's gang members that think that they got brotherhood, man. They ain't got no brotherhood, man. How is he got brother? How is it you are cool with some brothers and you gather some brothers to kill some other brothers? That's not. Listen, we have brotherhood for all brothers, man.
Right.
Yeah, you think, nah, man. In my gang, we got brotherhood, man. We do time for brothers, man. We kill for brothers, man. That seems like brotherhood, but you don't love all your brothers, man. You just like the ones from your ends, man. You like the ones that you went to school with, man. You just like the ones that wear the same color rag as you, man. And Christ said what? Christ said, I'll give it a scripture. I was going to give it a scripture, man. Where it goes, love your enemies. It said, I'm paraphrasing. Don't sinners only love the. Yeah, I think it's bless them that curse you, man. And he goes, don't even sinners love their friends, man. That's easy. Anyone can do that, man.
Yeah, Khan, I remember that one.
Yeah, man. Real brotherhood. We love them brothers. We guess what? When you hear a joke, when you hear, I'm gonna shock you. We love them brothers at camp that say that we're a cult. We even love them as well. Guess what? We even love brothers in fake religions, man. We love them, man. And when the Lord punishes them and the Lord kills them, guess what? We're sorry for it, man. We're like, oh, it's a shame, man. But boy, that's what happens when you join a fake camp, man. Oh, it's a shame what happened to so and so, you know, that Muslim. But boy, that happens when you join a fake camp, man. That's our brothers. We don't wish death on none of our brothers, man.
That's right.
None of our brothers, even though they might be wicked, we pray that they change, and that sometimes we even pray the Lord would just, have mercy on them, man. But guess what? Overall, the Lord has the last say, and even when the Lord punishes them, we still like, boy, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. We ain't better than no brother, man. It so happened that the Lord had mercy on us and gave us the truth. It could have easily been them. Could have easily been. Ain't nothing special about me, man. The Lord could say, listen, I'm giving it to Farrakhan. The ones there I can. And the Lord gave it to me easily. So when brothers die, I'm not meant to laugh like I got myself in the truth, man. You know what I mean? That kind of brotherhood you only learn here at the UPK, man. Go around about if you got it.
I can't. Look at Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. But I say unto you, love your enemies.
And the Bible goes, love your enemies. Who's your enemies, man? Let me tell you something. Your enemy ain't the oppressor. It ain't the man that puts drugs in your neighborhoods. Your enemy is the man that lives around you, man. Black just like you. But guess what? He owes you £5, man. And you've been chasing him for 3 months now. And I still can't pay, you know.
You can't.
That's it. Your enemy is that woman that, I hate her, man. Every day, I buy the green dress, she buys the green dress. I buy the red one, she buys the red one. That's your enemy, man. Not the enemy of your people, man. Your personal enemy, the guy that you don't get on with, the guy that, he leaves his gate open and lets his dog, beauty all over your front garden, man. That's your enemy.
Right.
Enemy amongst your own people, man. Let me tell you something. King David killed Goliath, man. But King David wouldn't kill Saul. Why is that? Both of them were his enemies. What's the difference between Saul and Goliath? So someone tell me.
Can't slack if I could.
Go on.
Saul is David's brother, man. Whereas
There you go, man.
Palestine.
There you go, man. King David knew that there's a difference between the enemy of my people and the enemy of other nations, man.
Right.
That's what it means to love your enemy, love your own people. King David knew it. That's why King David would kill Saul, man. He thought, you know what? I could kill him right now, but I gotta let it slide, man. Now Goliath, listen, Goliath didn't get that mercy. Goliath got the stone right in his forehead. Right in his forehead.
That's right.
Dead in his forehead.
Correct.
Got his neck chopped off. You know what I mean? King David knew what time it was, man. You know what I mean? That's the difference between the enemies of your people and your enemy of your nation, man. Why would you love the enemy of your nation, man? Why would you love the enemy of your nation? You're meant to love the enemy of your people, but hate the enemy of your nation. And all countries have that, man. All countries love the enemy of their own people, but hate the enemy of the nations, man. In Russia right now, guess what? Russians are fighting against Ukraine. Not Muslim Russians, not Christian Russians. All of Russia are fighting against Ukraine. Why? Because despite what enemies they have, what's it called? Inwardly, they're like, scrap that. Right about now, we got an enemy who wants all Russians to die. Forget the Muslim one, forget the Christian one. That's what it means to love your brother, man. I mean, they put all the differences aside. Every country has internal beefs and internal wars and, this political party against that one. But Russia deaded that. So damn that. Right about now, we got to kill the Ukrainians. Likewise, you think Ukraine's one country where everyone thinks alike? No, man. They got democracy too. They got palaces too. They got religions too. But they scrapped that. They said, listen, whatever beef we got amongst each other, that got weight. We got an enemy that wants to kill all of us. And that's what Christ meant by love your enemy, man. The enemy amongst your own people, man. We got black people. We have enemies amongst our people. To them, man. And we got to love them, brothers. If we love the enemies amongst our people, black and black crime wouldn't exist, man.
That's right.
That brother that owes you £5, you could give him some more time, man. Or sometimes, I can't even lie. Sometimes that brother that owes you £5, he needs to be taken to counsel, man. Because some brothers take the piss, man. So lucky, man. There's some brothers that are struggling and need some time, and there's some brothers that the chat is just play people, man. You know what I'm saying? And then big, and the one that's, I want to see how long I can hold on to this £5. Hopefully, if I hold on upon it long enough, you'll forget about it, man. Some of them brothers need to take it. Go on.
So like you said, how do you actually? I mean, how do you? Yeah, okay, all right, no sweat.
Well, when it comes to owing a brother money, everybody should be keeping the laws of God. That's how it will be ideally. And in the laws of God, there's rules concerning both of them. In the Bible, there's rules about a man. In the Bible, there's rules about a man that should, if he makes a pledge, like, listen, give me your money till month 10, he should pay out in the month 10. Then also in the Bible, same Bible, there's a law about a man who borrows money. How you can't go to a man's yard and beating off his door. Yo, where's the money, man? You said Friday. So the balance. If you both keep the laws, that's how you get a nice society.
That's true.
I'll bring a scripture later if you want him. If you want him anyway.
Cool.
So both sides are balanced. But keep reading it, Alban.
Khan. That's like 4 and 40, 5 and 44. It's like 4 and 44. It's like I was on the wrong scripture. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 44. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you.
I'm blessed them that curse you, man. Listen, we get cursed all the time, man. You heard it all from black women. See, look at you, lot, man, on the corner. Nothing better to do. Go get a job, man. Go And guess what we do, Hakian? And Alban, we feed them same brothers, man. Imagine this. They tell us to go get a job, and we come out there next week. Why? So that they can listen and learn and change their life. We don't come out next week with guns because we're offended. We don't come out next week to beat them up. We come out again next week so that they can change and get the same life that we got. Them drug users called us, look at you, like, man, you lot are bombs, And we come out next week so they don't have to be on drugs no more. So that they don't have to be on weed no more. So that they don't have to be kicked out of the house by their girlfriend no more. We come out next week so that they get a better life. We're blessing them that curse us. We're giving them a blessing, man. We're teaching the word of God, hoping that they'll listen to it and go, you know what? I'm a change, man, and that they get blessed by God. We're blessing them, even though they're cursing us. That's what you call brotherhood, and you only get that in the UK, man.
That's
You only
right.
get, we don't come out. We don't come out next week so that you die. We come out here next week so you can live and change your life, man. Keep it in.
Call another one. Khan. Do good to them that hate you.
And do good to them that hate you. There's only one place you see that, man. Nowhere on the face of the earth do people do good to people that hate them, even if they claim to be Christian. Because George Bush was a Christian, but when 9/11 happened, he didn't do good to the Taliban. He declared war on them.
Right.
Only in the UPK do we do good to them that hate us, man. Do we feed people that hate us? Do we teach people that hate us? People come in our schools and sit in our chairs, man, and can learn the word of God, and they hate us, man.
So that's Salakia.
Go on,
Thanks to Christianity, yeah. Thanks to Christianity, has made us love everybody, right?
Yeah,
and hate our own. Thanks, Martin Luther. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. It's mad. Because black people, we got this love, but not for our own. The black man that owes you money, you can't forgive him. Nah, man. Born that. So it's on site. It's on site.
Green light.
Remember that one? On site, you know. Yeah, you get me. Who said this one? Yo, it's fuck you forever. It's F you for life. That's what we got for each other. But for the white man, oh, listen, man. Jesus forgives, man. Right. Jesus said you got to turn the other cheek, man. But for ourselves, it's F you for life, man. Do you know to this day, yeah, I watched the podcast and 50 Cent still don't like Ja Rule. I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, oh, let it go, man.
Isn't it? For real.
And Tony Yale's like, nah, man, it's F Ja forever, man. You get my ride with 50. And the argument of a beef happened when there was in their teens, man. And now both of them are, I think, mid-40s, knocking on 50, and just can't let it go. Grown men, both of them got money. Both of them were successful, went across the world. There's things that we couldn't even dream of, but they can't squash a beef between a brother because, you know, he called my name out of the song, or this beat was given to somebody else. It should be given to me. Just stupidness, man. Keep it in.
Call another one. Khan. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Keep it in.
That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven.
There you go, man. And people look at us and go, yo, they're the sons of God, man. Only the sons of God could do such a thing like that, man. And let me tell you something, the love that we give, it ain't that Christian love, man. See, that Christian love, you can spit in their face and I still love you. We are like that, man. Your harm must win a harm me back. But we love our brothers, but we love them in a masculine way. Meaning what, you hate us and we still don't harm you. You hate us and we still feed you. That's love. Don't get a Christian read that and think someone can slap in your face and you, oh, it's okay. Someone can spit at you and it's okay. Don't be ridiculous, man. That does not mean don't defend yourself. It doesn't mean have safety precautions in place from being harmed. It don't mean that. But people that hate you, you look after them, man. You're good, brother, yeah? The way to love a brother, masculine though, man. You're good, you're hungry. Eat a hold this, man. Listen, man. You know, man was out there heckling last week. This week, you forget it happened. He's go out there and speak, man. If you listen, if you don't, you don't. There's a way to love, but be masculine at the same time. And we do all the time. Go on, Hakia.
And if I may, sir, that turn in the other cheek come from the misunderstanding of the scriptures, and that's where that feminine BS come from.
Turn the other cheek. No one does that, man. No one turns the other cheek. Imagine a man boxing your face, and you're giving the next cheek to box that too. You create man. Christ meant to turn over a new leaf, man. It's like a man said, turn over a new page. So turn the other cheek. Just forget it happened. This cheek's bruised. Yeah. We got a new cheek now. It's new. Not mean to slap that cheek too. Listen, man. That won't happen to UPK, man. You touch any of our cheeks. Listen, it's a wrap. So like 1 second.
That's right. Yeah, that's that Christian teaching, Raubam.
Turn the other
Christian
cheek, slap back.
Yeah. Turn the other cheek. That just goes to showing it, the misunderstanding of the scriptures.
Right.
So okay, we carry on reading.
Khan. That ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good.
There you go. And you know, there's some disgusting charmers out there. And guess what? When the sun comes up, the sun rises on the man that's righteous and the disgusting child molester, man. You know, the Lord is good to good. The Lord makes it shine on what? Good and evil people. That's how we gotta be, man.
Right.
We gotta be tolerant to people that hate the truth and love people that are in the truth too, man. We can't just say, yo, listen, man, come here, man. You're in school, you're my tight brethren, man. We come up together, man. And a poor man, nah, I ain't gonna help you, man. You can't just feed your brethren and not feed other black men. All of us are family, man. That's why the UPK we feed all our brothers, man.
Right.
You know, you can't be a man in the school doing wrong to someone poor, and you see it as well, cheating here. Nah, you don't work like that. Jim Muhammad goes, listen, if you're in the school and you're sex with a man in the world's wife, don't feel like we're gonna be on your side. Listen, the law makes it shine on the righteous and unrighteous. We ain't gonna say, well, you know, he's cool, you know, we'll let it slide. Nah. You know what I mean? Right is right, man. Whether it happens to someone in the truth or outside the truth, keep it in.
Another one, Khan. And sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust.
And the Lord sends rain on all of us, man. The just and the unjust. You know, people in the truth and people in the world, man. Keep it in.
For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye?
There you go. That's the point I want. It says, if you love them that love you back, what good is that, man? Anyone can love someone that loves them back. It's easy, man.
Correct.
Keep it in.
Do not the publicans, it's like do not even the publicans the same.
There you go. And Christ said, don't the publicans do the exact same thing? Don't gangbangers do the exact same thing? Yo, this is my homie, you know, my ride or die, man. Anyone can do that, man.
Right.
But how about you love a brother that hates you, man?
Man.
How about you said your wife see you put on your clothes in the morning to go to camp and look at you like, why are you going out there to speak to people that hate you, man? Like, I don't get it. Why are you going out there in the cold to speak to brothers that don't, to speak on the corner to brothers that don't want you in the corner? They'd rather just live their life and go shopping. The last thing they want is you telling them about Christmas. The last thing the brothers want is you telling them about how evil they are. And people wonder, like, why would you do that? Because we got that love that gangbangers don't have. Gangbangers feel like so much love, and I love my brother, my brother. I took 20 years for my brother, you know, I didn't snitch, and I kill a man for him, man. Listen, you don't love your brother, man. We love our brother. Gang members love some brothers, and with them some brothers, they go and kill other brothers, man. We love all brothers, man. We got some brothers in the truth, and with them some brothers we got in the truth. We use them some brothers to get all brothers in the truth. That's our job. We love all black people. That's real brotherhood, man.
That's right.
We don't love some brothers, but then sell crap to other brothers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, remember 10 years, my brother, man. We go way back from selling nickels and dimes on the corner, man. So hold on, you and a few brothers selling drugs to other brothers. That ain't real black brotherhood, man. The UPK, we show you brotherhood. We love all brothers, man. No matter what country, no matter what zone, no matter what your accent might be, maybe in the world or not, man. What you see in the UPK is real brotherhood. And Christ said, listen, don't publicans do the same. Don't sinners do the same. Don't sinners love their friends. Anyone can do that, man. Anyone can love a man that, you know, gives them money when they're in need. Anyone can love a man that looks out for them when they're in need. But what about loving a brother that calls you a colt, man? What about loving a brother that says, you know, get off the corner, man? What about loving that brother that calls police on you, man? Right. You're out there speaking the word, a man calls police on you, man. Shutting down your YouTube channels, telling your woman, listen, don't be with him, man. He likes multiple wives. He's using, he's playing you, man. And we still love them brothers, man. Still love them, man. Let them brothers die tomorrow, yeah. We'll be the first brothers crying, man. We'll be the first brothers upset, man. Let them die by the hands of the police, and we'll be the first ones, man, going down there and starting the ruckus. We're the first ones on the street. While black people are dying of crack cocaine and police brutality, we're the only ones on the street corners, man. We're the only ones making noise. The whole earth don't give a damn. The whole earth is working. Right. Working, do what they gotta do, having kids, you know, life goes on. We're the only ones that actually care, man. We're the only ones that actually care. Your aunties don't care, your uncles don't care. Everyone's accepted it. Well, you know, it's how the young kids are, man. It's how black people are here, you know. I see a woman with 4 or 5 baby fathers, how the world is, you know. I see a black man killing each other, that's how it is. Police stop and frisk, that's how it is. The white man in slavery, and you know, he ain't gonna pay for it, he ain't gonna say sorry for it, that's how it is. We're the only ones that care, man. I'm talking about brotherhood and the UPK. The UPK are the only people that care about, man.
That's right.
A lot of black people, a lot of our brothers only care about black problems when something happens. When Kanye West says something, or when a brother gets killed by the police, and then after that, they go back to forgetting about it, man. We care about black people even when we're going for a nice season, man. We care about black people Christmas season, Easter season, good seasons, bad seasons. We speak about it all the time, man. Why? Because we love our brothers, man. Any more on that, Rabban? Was that it?
Khan, there's a bit more on that. Verse 47. And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others?
There you go, man. You salute your brothers only. Then what are you doing more than other people? You ain't doing nothing much, man. People gotta see you and go, whoa, that man's. People gotta see you, Rabban, and go, that's an angel, man. That's an angel from heaven. I could not do what this brother does, man. Christ said, you're not doing much that someone else ain't doing. The men in the UPK are supernatural, man.
That's right.
Many UPK see things that other people, many UPK fight things that other people can't fight, man. They put down things that other people can't fight. They put down things that other people can't put down. The men in UPK go out there in the street corners, meanwhile everybody else is scared. These men are supernatural, man. People look at drug dealers like, oh, there's something they are. They're great, man. They did time in jail and they shot at the police. Well, they can't be that great, man. Because jail is full of people that shot at the police. Jail is full of people that bang collars and post codes and whatever, man. But in the UPK, there's a handful of brothers, man. And the thing that is less is the thing that is rare. The thing that is rare is the thing that is valuable. That's why diamonds are valuable, because there ain't much of them, man. And there ain't much brothers that can go out there and call the oppressor the devil to his face, man. There ain't much brothers out there that can risk their job, man, and do what we do. There ain't much brothers out there that can risk their marriage, man, risk seeing their kids miss Christmas and with their parents, but the men right here, man. We're the valuable ones, man. And we're meant to be, our behavior is meant to be better than everybody else in the world.
That's right.
Christ, if you do what they did, then you're not any better than they. We're meant to be like, whoa, you did what? You don't celebrate Christmas? Nah, you're lying, man. So what happened when the wife wants a gift, man? Really? You don't? So what about the kids? You meant to be like, whoa, this man does something I can't do. You see how everyone looks at a man that does 30 years in jail like some superhero. You ever meant to look at you like you're a superhero, man? Like you put down weed, crab, shrimp and lobster. People meant to look at you like you're crazy, man. I knew a brother in the school that used to smoke weed by the pound, man. And he said when he came in the truth, his good friend thought it was crazy. Imagine can you smoke so much weed that when you come in the truth, everyone looking like are you all right? On bed or something okay. That's how you know.
It's a lucky, sir.
No sweat. Anything else on that, Alban?
That's it on that.
Okay, any quick questions before we start the topic?
Khan, I do have a question. I was watching this video, sort of, it's on the topic of abortion, and one of the people that I was watching, they were kind of debating. They brought out the scripture, Numbers chapter 5 and verse, it's around like 20, 28, where it talks about the if a woman lie down with a man and another man carnally, and it not be found, and that man has a spirit of jealousy, he'd bring it to the priest, and then the priest would sweep up dust from the temple and put it in water and make her drink it. And they were saying that water was like causing a miscarriage in the scenario, and they were using it to sort of like saying abortions in the Bible. So I was wondering if you could break down
what would it say? Would it say an abortion is right or it's wrong?
They were saying they were sort of pro-abortion. They were for abortion.
They were for abortion.
Correct.
Okay, so the scripture they're reading about, let's see who is first. About if a woman cheats on a man, she would drink the holy water and the fire would rot.
Correct.
Yeah, so again, it is what it is. The Bible says if you drink that water, your fire would rot. So tell him, where does that say abortion?
Right.
In fact, if you could read that, I'm gonna show you the Bible stance on abortion.
Verse 21. Numbers chapter 5, verse 21. Then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people.
So this is so back in the day, before there was such thing as Maury show and Jeremy Kyle show, if a man had a suspicion on his wife, like today, you got a suspicion on your wife, you think, I think she's a whore, you know. What you do nowadays, you go for a phone, you know, flick for her pictures and whatever men do. Some men touch the bonnet of the woman's car, see if it's warm. So yeah, hold on, she finished at 6. It's 8 o'clock and this bonnet's still hot, you know. You know what I mean? Back today, you got suspicion. You take your wife on the Maury show, man, and get a lie detector, whatever the case may be, or what's called paternity test. Back then, you go to the priest. You literally you go to the priest, and the priest would let the woman drink holy water. And if she was lying, her thigh would rot. Imagine that. Imagine your thighs are rotting, man. You seen people like thighs.
Thighs is in legs.
Yeah.
Oh, can't.
Imagine like you see like people with bed sores and that. It's rotting and stinking and that was a curse. People walk on the street and see a thighs rot and go, that's the man, that's the whore right there, man. Legs just rotting. You know when you see a man like today, when you see a man with no teeth, or you see a man, clicking his jaw, what's the first thing you say? Yo, a drug addict, man. Boy, it's a shame what happened to him, a drug addict, man. When you see a man with needle tracks in his vein, first thing you say is, boy, shame what happened to him. And likewise, back then, you see a girl like that and go, boy, what a slag, man. Slakia. Slakia. Also, so old British slang, Slakia. Would you look at that slag? So like, keep it out, man.
When the Lord doth make thy thigh to rot and thy belly to swell.
And then her belly will swell. You see her out of shape, and you go, I think she must took that test, Nah, and she has it, man. Look properly, man. Look, that's rotting thighs. Oh shit, you're right, man. And look how her belly swell, man. And everyone know that this is a whore in Israel. This girl will be cursed. Keep it in. Go on.
Do we do that of today as well? We don't do that no more.
Today, man. If your wife's a whore, man, you schedule the council, man. When we done, when the general's done, ask your wife some trick questions and tripping her up and hold on, you still have 5 years here. When we're done with you find out that you're a whore, man. You be kicked out. You be kicked out of school. You know what I mean? And you can make your thighs rap with how much man you want it to rap with, man. We can do the same thing today. You know what I mean? Keep it about.
If I could. Is this curse where it's talking about the thighs to rot and belly to swell? Is that talking about things like STDs and things like that?
I can't say. I'd have to ask Captain Prussia or ask on a general's class tonight. I can't really say. It could be, but I don't teach something I'm not too sure on, to be honest.
Can't.
So they're saying this is talking about abortion, but we just read it. Where we at, Alban?
Verse 22. Numbers 5:22.
Numbers 5:22. It said nothing. The scripture said nothing about babies dying. Said nothing about miscarriage. Nothing about anything. Talk about the thighs and the belly will swell. You know what I mean? If a woman's a whore, it got nothing to do with the baby. There's a punishment on her. So what angle they coming at it from?
I think they were saying that the causing the belly to swell. And if you kind of read down, they were saying that the water would cause her to sort of miscarry.
No, that's good. Well, it's simple as this. Sometimes when it comes to hecklers and whatnot, the best way to battle them is just to read it and let them read it. Let them read it and say, well, where's the miscarriage at? No, because the belly and the water. I hear what you're saying, but where's it at right here? No, because when the water and the belly, it sounds all good. And you say, yeah, but you have to read it here, and they can't find it. You won't be there. Sometimes the best way. Sometimes you want to attack, not be defending. Understand? Say, well, where's that? They don't say that. So anything they're saying, speculation. It's like it says.
Is that a supernatural thing, or is it just like a natural thing?
Like a supernatural thing. You know what I mean? The priest will sweep the temple of God back then with the dust, and this woman will get cursed physically.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's now we live in a time where the Lord got mercy, and any curse that happens to you now, the Lord does it. Like back then, priests will put you to death. Now the priests don't put you to death. You're a whore holding around, you get AIDS from the Lord. Back then, there wouldn't be no AIDS because the priest will stone you before the AIDS even gets formed. You know what I mean? Gangbangers will get killed by the priest. Now the Lord kills them. The Lord puts them in jail. The Lord lets the police kill them. The Lord makes, other rival gangs kill them. So back then, the Lord, we physically punish whores, man, by putting curses on them. That's it. It's like Alban. You say something?
Khan, I was going to say, if I could read verse 28. I think they might infer it from this scripture where it says, and if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free and shall conceive seed.
Okay. Exactly. So say if the woman, read that again. So the woman found out she's not a whore.
Correct.
Then she's free. She's free from that curse. She's not under not free from her husband. She's free from that curse. She's free from being punished. and she can live happy with her husband, you know, have sex with him, conceive seed and stuff. That's what it's talking about. Conceive seed, like, you know, go out there, be happy with you and your man, make up together again, conceive seed, be happy with him. That's what it's talking about, not miscarriage. You feel me?
Salakis, if I may,
Go on.
the context would have to be within the law, wouldn't it?
There you go. We're gonna talk about what the law says about miscarriage. You know what I mean? Give me not miscarriage, sorry, abortion. Give me Leviticus 18:21.
Leviticus 18:21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech.
There you go. The Lord said, thou shalt not make any of his seed pass through the fire to Molech. Molech. Today we got gods like what? Allah and Hindu and Vishnu, whatever the case may be. Back then you had gods like Ashtoreth, Baal, and one of them was Molech. And how would you serve Molech? You get a baby, and in Molech's belly was a fire. The statue would hold his belly with fire, and you would throw your baby in that fire. And the Lord said, what? Don't cast your seed to Molech, man. The Lord don't agree with killing children. In the Bible, killing children is nowhere in the Bible, man. We don't do that. And guess what? People that abort babies, what do they say? It's not life. I'm not killing life. It's not life until, 6 months later. When it's in your baby, it's not life yet. But let's see what God says about that, man. Give me Exodus 21 and 22.
Exodus 21. The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 22. If men strive and hurt a woman with child.
So if two men are fighting, men strive. Say two men are fighting. The Bible's the religious book, man. In the white man's heaven, no one fights, man. Everyone gets on with each other. The Bible goes, two men, they shouldn't be fighting, but it gets heated and the fight. And as they're fighting, they hurt a woman that's pregnant. The fighting and the tumble and the rolling over, and they hit a woman that's pregnant. We done?
Come on. And that's like it. 21 and 22. Men strive and hurt a woman with child so that her fruit departs from her.
And their fruit? What? Did anyone know what your fruit is?
Your child, sir.
Why is it called fruit? Anyone know?
Because it's seed.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's right. It's like the fruit of an apple tree is the apples, and the fruit of a banana tree is a banana, and the fruit of a woman is the children. Like, a tree produces fruit, and a woman also produces fruit. A man puts seed in her, and she produces that fruit. So that child departs from it, mean that child dies. Keep reading.
And yet no mischief follow.
Sakya, that depart don't mean die, sorry. Depart means when you, if you depart, like you ever been to the airport, like arrivals and departure. Departure means that you're leaving the country. So that woman gets hit and that baby departs from her, that baby comes out from her. Sometimes if you're fighting and you hit a woman who's pregnant, she can have what's it called? Premature baby. That's premature, or abortion, not abortion, that's one. Premature or miscarried. Both of them are departures. The baby came out. But in this case, he goes, if the baby departs, so the baby came out, but it's not dead, no mischief happened. Keep it in.
He shall be surely punished according as the woman's husband will lay upon him.
So two men are fighting and you hit a woman, that baby gets a premature baby, come out earlier than it's supposed to, then that man will be punished according to the husband. So the husband will look and go, listen, look what you did to my wife, man. You know what I mean? My kid, is not well, he's not doing good. I want boom, boom, boom. You get punished according to what he thinks is fit. Keep it in.
And he shall pay as the judges determine.
Keep it in. And look at that, man. Look at that. It said that he will pay as the judges determine. In Israel, we will civilize, man. Look at the judges and man sitting back and listening. Go, So what happened? Break it down. You read them Bible movies and you see Abraham with some dirt on his face in the woods by himself. That's a lie, man. We will civilize, and judges sitting back, listen to it, and they will give a verdict. Just like today, man, they'll sit back and go, you should get 5 years, but because you violated your parole and because you keep getting in trouble, we'll make it 7. That men that sat back and gave a good verdict, man, that was us, man. Somehow we ended up on the street corners. Somehow we ended up in the strip clubs, man. Somehow we ended up on the pole. But black man, before that, this was us, man, making decisions on things that could change the globe. Keep it in.
And if any mischief follow, then thou shalt give life for life.
Read that again.
And if any mischief follow,
But
then
if any
thou,
mischief, wait, die slowly. If any mischief does follow, if the baby does die, then what are you gonna do?
then thou shalt give life for life.
Stop there. What's that saying about the baby in their belly, even though it's not born? Go on.
Oh, so-
There you go, man. Sister, it's a life. God said a baby in your belly is a life. Don't let no devil tell you, no, it's not. It's not life yet. It's not life. Meanwhile, they call plants, plants. You know plants, right? They call it living organisms, man. The white man finds a drop of water on Mars. He goes, yo, we found life on Mars. But a baby in your belly that's forming eyes and it's forming teeth and not teeth, sorry, teeth don't come out till months later, Salakia. You know what I mean? I should know. Me and all people should know that. So like the amount of teeth I saw grow, forming ears and nose is growing day by. Stop, don't laugh. You know as well, man. So act like it's me one. Act like it's me one. You know. Stop on big nose, growing every day, and that's not life. The Bible goes, that is life. That baby that is life, man. We don't kill our babies in the UPK, man.
Right.
To kill a baby is a sin, man. It's like this.
So you know, if someone's got like a problem, or they say like, oh, the baby has got this percentage to it, how is that judged?
Okay.
Or like, for example, like the mom's in danger, like so if they know the sort of situation.
All right, okay. Anyone know this one? So if a sister got complications during a pregnancy and she's going to die, what the doctor goes, you know, your life's at danger if you have this baby. What is she to do?
Salakia.
Go on.
Yeah, then she's allowed to put her life first, put herself first in this instance.
There you go. Suck that baby gotta go. It's a shame, but again, everything in life is made to live. It's made to live, like, you know, plants are made to live, and likewise you gotta live. That baby, we don't know that baby. We know you though. Your husband knows you. You know that baby. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna miss you. You know that baby. And yeah, if the doctor goes, your life's in danger of that baby, and that baby gotta go, man. That's the only time where you can. You know, but again, get counsel. Don't say, "Oh, Crawford said this," and start terminating babies and lying on me. Saying, "No, the doctor goes, if I have this baby, I'm in risk of diabetes." I'm like, "Yo, blaming it on me and shit, man." Nah, if your life's at danger, then you have to. Just like anything. It's like you got cancer, what you do? You cut the cancer out. Life's about living, man. If you get stabbed in one lung, your body shuts the lung down and breathes in one lung. Your body, life is made to keep moving, and you know, living. And likewise, you gotta live, man. You know what I mean? So. Was any more on that?
So, like, is there a scripture on that where you if like in that situation where the mother's life is at risk, is there a scripture to
Oh, there is, you know, I can't top of it, I can't think. But in the Bible, rather in the Bible, scriptures and everything. But right about now, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go home here. It's gonna hit me. I swear, I'm pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. But the scripture and everything, man. Let me think. I can't get it right now, but. Damn. Nah, I can't get it. But Slovakia. But nah, the Israel ban. But anything else you want about abortion, Alban, or you to with that?
I'll say that's the one.
In fact, let me get one more. Someone give me that apocrypha. Yeah, Wisdom of Solomon 12:5.
Wisdom of Solomon 12:5. And also, those merciless murderers of children.
Of who?
Of children.
There you go, man. You killing babies. Your Bible goes, you're a merciless murderer, man. Merciless. A merciless is a man with no mercy. You're a merciless murderer of a child, man. It's the same people that talk about, oh, it's so cute, it's so nice. Well, you killed them, man. You killed them before they even cute, man. Everyone talks about, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer belongs behind bars, man. He killed innocent people. Hold on. So did you in an abortion clinic? Jeffrey Dahmer killed people innocent. You killed someone that was more innocent, man.
Right.
You killed someone that couldn't even fend for themselves. Jeffrey Dahmer killed people that couldn't fend for themselves. They was innocent, did nothing wrong. So did you. You killed a baby that didn't ask to be born. That sounds innocent to me. You killed a baby that couldn't fight for himself. That sounds innocent to me. and you talk all high and mighty with your heels on in the abortion clinic, spreading out your legs, killing innocent children, man. Meanwhile, pointing your finger, talking about black men. Cause you black man, what's wrong with you? Everything black men talk about you black men, man's killing each other, man. What's wrong with you, man? Ugh. Meanwhile, you killed about 10 babies, man. You're worse than a drug dealer. At least a drug dealer kills a man from another side of town, man, who opted to be in a gang, who knew about his life. But you join a gang, you know at least, listen, this is what I'm joining for. I can get shot in a minute. I can die in a minute. A baby had no option, man. You make a man scrape out your children, man. At least a drug dealer will use a gun, nice and quick. You watch your baby get scraped out of your womb. A nice, cute baby get scraped out of your womb, man, and put into a jar because you was irresponsible. Right. That's what you do. And the Bible goes, you're a merciless murder of a child. And Salakia, someone give me Lamentations 4:1. How can I forget this one? This year is, I got this from Jeremiah Mayak years ago. Lamentations 4:1. In fact, before that year, someone give me the book of Job.
Book of Job.
Give me Job 39 and 14. Yellows. Sit down.
Book of Job, chapter 39 and verse 14. Which leaveth her eggs in the earth.
So this is talking about the ostrich. The Lord talking about the ostrich, and this is what the ostrich does. The Lord talking about how foolish the woman ostrich is. The woman ostrich leaves her eggs in the earth. Keep it in.
And warmeth them in dust.
And she warms them in dust. Like you're meant to sit on your eggs and make sure that they're kept warm and they're safe. Not the ostrich though. Ostrich leaves the egg. This is a fact as well. I've seen it on National Geographic, man. Listen, not ramping me. I watch David Attenborough. I see my own eyes. Ostrich will have an egg and leave it in the dust and just walk off. Ostrich is the only animal known that leaves their young. Keep it in.
And forgetteth that the foot may crush them.
And the ostrich forgets that she might even crush her own eggs. I went to the zoo as a child. This is mad because I went to the zoo as a child and I saw an ostrich just walking and he stepped on his own eggs, man. Yolk, everything, everywhere, man. I've seen it. Now, after reading that now, go to Lamentations 4:1. After knowing about that, just read Lamentations 4:1.
Lamentations 4.
I think it's 4:1. Talking about abortion. So we know that ostrich leaves their eggs. And the Lord said that in the future, our people will leave our children just like how an ostrich leaves the eggs. Our people step on the egg the same way how an ostrich steps on his children's eggs.
Lamentation. Go ahead if you got it.
How is the gold become dim?
Keep it in.
How is the most fine gold changed?
So this is the Lord speaking about us, saying that we're fine gold. Remember how we changed? We went from men like Moses and so forth to men like, gangbangers, drug dealers, men telling the women to abort the babies and so forth. Keep it in.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out.
And the Lord said, the stones of the sanctuary was like precious stones, man. But going to read about them later, precious stones that no one could even touch. But now they're just thrown out in the streets. The Lord saying, black man, how are you that was so holy, just on the streets hustling, man? Just killing each other on the news on the first 48, just dying all the time. How are you, these precious men, just on the streets, man? Keep it in.
Out in the top of every street, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold.
And that's how you know the gold's talking about us. I ain't making this up. The Lord saying the precious sons of Zion, man. You lot are compared to fine gold. First he goes, that fine gold is dim, man. You know gold's meant to be nice and shiny. And he goes, you black man, you are compared to fine gold, man. But how is it now you're just dim? How is it now you're on the streets in every street corner, man? Keep it in.
How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
Earthen pitcher is? A pitcher is like a jug, yeah. How do I know? How do I know? Cause I go to the bar a lot, man. I like to get the pictures. I get the picture. And before there was plastic pictures and glass pictures, there was earthen pictures, meaning it was made from the earth, clay basically. So you like a gold, but now you like earthen pictures, man. Not even a gold picture, a clay one. Cheap, keep it in.
the work of the hands of the potter.
Keep it in.
Even the sea monsters draw out the beast.
Say even the sea monsters draw out the breast, man. Meaning even an animal will draw out the breast and breastfeed their young or look after their young, man. Even an animal, even a whale, a shark, a sea monster, man, a dumb sea monster will look after its young. Keep it in.
Con. They give suckle to their young ones.
And even they give suckle to the young ones. Even they love their young ones, man. We done?
Con. The daughter of my people is become cruel.
But the daughter of our people, like the daughter of our people, meaning what our black woman, has become cruel. Like what?
The ostrich.
Like what?
The ostrich in the wilderness.
And what do we know about the ostrich, man? The ostrich steps on her egg, man.
Right.
The monster looks after her young, but not our woman though. They become cruel. They're trying to keep their figure. Them and the man ain't getting along no more. So I'm gonna abort my baby, man. I need to go to college, man. The white man said, if it ain't life, I can kill mine. Even the sea monster was ostrich young, but ours are like the ostrich. That same ostrich that steps on his egg. The same ostrich that got his eggs laying out there in the dust. That's what our women have become, man. Go on.
What's an example of I know you. I understand the metaphor, yeah, and the sentiment of what's been read. I understand it fully, but of today, yeah, what can you give me an example, yeah, of how a woman would be referred to as a wild ostrich stepping on the eggs? What would be stepping on the eggs, sir? If I could, what would you see it as?
That's abortion, man. You kill the eggs, and that egg is an egg. It's not even born yet. It's still yolk inside, and you just crush it, stepped on it. Not because you're evil, just because you're careless. The ostrich is careless and don't. You ever that saying? Don't stick your head in the sand.
Right. Can't. Yeah.
Ostrich is that saying comes from. Do you know where it comes from? It comes from the ostrich. When there's danger around, the ostrich don't run. It sticks your head in the and dies there. So when they say, "Oh, listen, don't," you know what I mean? You got a solving problem. Don't stick your head in the sand. The ostrich is dumb, and our woman is dumb. The white man said, "Listen, go do this, that." And they go, "Okay, go kill the baby, man. You're gonna lose your figure, man. Go kill the baby. You ain't ready. Go kill the baby. You gotta get education." And let me tell you something. If you're waiting to be ready to have a baby, you're never gonna be ready. You might keep having an abortion. Who sits back and go, right, I got enough finances now. Right, baby time. No one does that, man. Guess who else weren't ready? The same woman that had that woman that aborted their baby. Guess who else weren't ready? All of our grandparents. They damn sure weren't ready. They struggled working 4 or 5 jobs, making the eldest one in the house. Look at this. I'm going to work here. Lock the door. And you clean it. They weren't ready either. If they were ready, they would have had enough finances to be a stay-at-home mom. Would have had enough finances to work no job. Would have had a nanny. Would have paid for a babysitter, man. You got a little 5-year-old Tyrone working the cooker, and cooking a banging dinner, because they weren't ready. So you listen to the white man. Why ain't ready? Some abort this baby. And if you're not ready for a baby, shut your legs, man. How is it you can kill all these babies? You got bodies on you, man. You got more bodies than cancer. All because you're careless, like this ostrich. Ostrich is walking around careless, stepping on the eggs. You're just walking around having sex and aborting your babies, man. Stepping on your egg, killing your eggs, man, crushing them. Not even born yet, man. Not abandoning them, crushing them. That's what the Bible's talking about, man.
Salak yourself. Would you say lawless as well as careless, lawless? And from lawless come the carelessness, doesn't it?
Yeah, the one the same. When you're lawless, what do you care about, man? When you got laws to keep, can't do that, can't do this. When there's nothing you can do, so when there's no laws in the Bible, then what? Do what you want, eat what you want, do whatever you want, man. You know what I mean? It's lawless and careless, pretty much one and the same. Let me read the last scripture and then I'll let you go. I'll get one in the law.
Okay. Abortion, yes, sir. These are all abortion ones, right?
One more in Deuteronomy, I believe it is. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Oh man, where's that, man? Yeah, Deuteronomy 28, and I think it's 1 second.
Verse 53.
You know which one I want?
Can't wait.
Okay, Rob. I've been studying, Go on, Rob, hit me.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thine own body.
No. That's not the one. It is the one. It is the one. But the one that I like, man, where it's worded nicely.
Come on.
1 second.
Is it 55?
Yeah, looking
Try-
like 55.
Try 55. Go on.
This one is so that he will. That's referring to the father.
Yeah, same one. It
That
talks
one.
about the man first. They talk about the woman.
Come. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat,
So he's talking about the man, how the man will leave his children and so forth. Keep it in.
because he hath nothing left him in the siege, and
Keep
in
it in.
and in the straightness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates.
Any
The
more?
tender, it's like,
That's the one. That's the one. The tender woman.
come. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for
So we had a
delicate.
woman. So we had a woman one time, delicate. So the woman was so delicate she couldn't put her foot upon the ground. Hard to imagine now, innit? The world star hip hop, the wigs flying, and what's that girl, man? She's some good tune, man. She ratchet, man.
So like you said,
Go on.
how are women of today, you know, shaking their booty in the club and, you know, doing all that? Back in the day, I mean, back in our day when we was a people that feared the Most High, I mean, what would our women be, what, no clubs and that? They won't be, what, how, just give me a picture of it, sir, if I could, if I may ask, sir.
All right, our woman was like, boom. Why? How you see? Our woman basically was like how you see the other nations women today. Today you see a Chinese man, it's a Chinese man in the shop, and guess who's out? Guess who's behind him, backing him? Chinese woman. You see an Indian man with a pit station, and behind the counter upstairs, you see his woman. Or sometimes you don't see his woman because she's making sure he's fed, making sure he's good. In fact, I don't think there's an Indian man in the earth without a woman alive. There's no such Indian man without a woman. I don't care how ugly he is. But also, like, who cares about looks and what you can bring? Every Indian man got a wife just supporting him. She don't care about the stupidness about how much she brings, and they better put a ring on it. She's on a mission to make sure the kids are, you know, got uniform on their back. Her man's fed. Her house is, you know, her household's nice, and that woman don't want for nothing. You know, our woman got needs and options, and we want, man. We always broke, still can't make ends meet. We got too much wanted. This every other nation don't want for anything. All they do is support their man, and they get their thing. That was our women back then. Delicate and nice, and no fingers in your face, no make you sleep on the couch and calling the police and child support and all that stuff right there, man. But at the same time, our woman still was. We read the Bible, still flavor. They weren't like the East Indian man's woman, no flavor. It talks about the Bible, like a woman used to dance and stuff. And in the book of Judges, men saw the woman dancing, like, yo, I want that one over there, man. You know what I mean? A woman was flavorful at the same time, not like Indians with you know, the ninja outfit on. You just about see their eyes. Talks about, you know, Judith had braids in her hair, looked good and pretty at the same time, but a woman was delicate. Not all the not breaking a new PlayStation. What's the new PlayStation 5 now? Breaking a new PlayStation 5 and seeing with your friends. I'm reading it here. So the woman was delicate, man.
Right.
Someone delicate. So, you know something? You know delicate. Eggs is delicate, man. When you got egg in your hand, you're like, oh. Whenever shopping, you ever go shopping and buy eggs and you put the eggs in the bag nice and slowly. That was woman right there. Man. Today, these women get some punch up online, man. They get punched up, man. They get roughed up by the police. They're fighting each other, wigs flying everywhere, twerking. They're not so delicate no more, man. So nice and beautiful. Like, yeah, you know what? Woman was so nice. Oh, I can't take time with that one, man. You might have broke it.
But hey, if I may, sir, if I may, you know, like delicate as in, like, you know, I mean, our women of today are supposed to be like submissive, right? Humble, not trying to assert authority and loudmouth. Do you know what I mean? Right. They're supposed to be like, what I'm trying to do is picture how our women, you know, like our women of today are a little bit ghetto sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, and we're not supposed to be that way, right?
Well, nothing wrong being ghetto. No, ghetto's just a personality. Like if you're born in Jamaica, you're gonna speak patois. If you're born in the ends, you're gonna be like, yeah, what's up? You can have a woman here that's ghetto. I'm like, how can you listen? This is dinner. That's how she talks. Like you got a woman that's submissive and ghetto.
Beg your pardon? Is that okay?
You can have a woman.
Beg your pardon. Beg your pardon.
You can have a woman here submissive and ghetto. It's like, yo, baby, this, hold this. That's submissive. She just talks a bit rough. She grew up around certain people.
Okay, but
If you want a girl, that's a wordy question. But if you want a woman that speaks a certain way, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not if a woman speaks ghetto.
yeah, what? Yeah,
ain't nothing wrong with that person.
Salakia, Salakia. I'm not saying like there's anything wrong with it. I'm saying like how our women was of the past compared to what they are of today. Whether they grew up because we'd have grown up around our own people at that time, wouldn't we? And we'd have grown up with laws and statutes and commandments. And then our woman would, and that's what I'm trying to say. How would our woman be then? You understand? Or am I talking?
A woman was submissive. When you hear about
and feminine, and
when you
feminine.
When you hear about Leah and Rachel, said Rachel was tender-eyed, man. I mean, tender-eyed is a woman that's so kind and nice that would see a puppy and start barling. You heard about the Bible goes, Sarah called Abraham Lord, man, called a man sir. You hear about Abraham telling his wife, we do, whatever, and she got to listen. That's how it was. A woman that's submissive, that will listen to you. A woman that, a woman that would do anything just to see you. Even if you're not in a relationship with a woman, just women in general was different. Even if she wasn't the husband, was different and had respect and weren't fighting and was humble and shamefaced. The Bible talks. All the things that in the Bible, mind you, as well. And that's my topic. I'll bring them out.
Can't do it.
Where were we, Slakia? Was it Deuteronomy 28? Was it
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15?
Yeah, keep it in.
The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
That's what you're talking about right now, Hakian. Women nowadays, her eyes are evil toward her husband.
For example,
kicking him out the house. This is a curse,
Right.
If you don't follow the Lord's commandments, now you got women. See, but the Bible saying these two will happen if you disobey me. Now you got women kicking him out the house, calling him all types of this and that, and police and whatever the case may be. Sleep with his friends. Keep it in.
And toward her son, and toward her daughter,
and toward her children. Keep it in.
And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
And she shall be evil to the young ones that come out from between her feet, her babies, man. Keep it in.
And toward her children which she shall bear.
Keep it in.
For she shall eat them for want of all.
Wait. For she shall what?
For she shall eat them.
Now this is the problem. People read that and go, oh, she'll eat them. And what they say is in 70 AD, Jerusalem was besieged by the Romans and we started to eat our babies. And that is true. That is true. But how you know this is talking about abortion? Says she shall eat them. Is that this here ain't talking about physically eating them, but abortion? How you know this is manifold? Not just talking about 70 AD, but also talking about abortion. Go on. Does anyone know?
Salakia. Yeah.
Go on, top one.
It says and towards her young ones that cometh out from between her feet. So they're already born.
No, but it says she shall eat them. How do we know it's not physically talking about opening your mouth and eating these children? Because we did do that. We did do it. It's a manifold. It actually did happen. We did eat our children. But how do you know this is talking about abortion as well as physically eating our children in 70 AD?
So like if I could.
Go on.
Is it if you read on it says, and ye shall eat them for want of all things.
There you go. For the want of all things. She shall eat them for the want of what's the want of all things? A job. You need it. Live my life. That in 70 AD, she didn't eat her children for the want of all things. She had a child because she's hungry. But today we can eat their children for the want of all things. They abort that baby. Why? They want that figure, man.
Right.
I just got to deal with fashion over, man. You know, I mean, my husband saying that he ain't ready for a relationship. These are the wants of all things, the things that she wants, and she eats that baby so she can get these things. That's how you know it means that. It makes sense.
Go on, yeah, 100%.
So you go around one, you know what I mean, and also get the scriptures about kids are a blessing and children are a blessing from the Lord, and let them know, man. How can you kill something that's a blessing from the Lord? Just follow the scriptures about abortion, man. How it's wrong in the Bible. Slack you down.
Verse 18, the beginning of verse 18, that occurs to the child because it says,
18.
The fruit, yeah.
28 and 18.
Yeah, like just
Read-
the beginning part.
Read that for me.
Deuteronomy 28 and 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. Just that.
Yeah, the fruit of your body, children.
Yeah, that's
That's like, oh yeah. So the Bible will curse with the fruit of your body. That's your children.
Yeah.
Your children, like the fruit of an apple tree is apple. The fruit of you is children. So curse your children. That's why that's the black on black crime. That's why Pop Smoke died at what 1920. That's why our children are cursed, man. That's why kids are spitting out children, which is not in the Bible, man. I'm saying it right. I know it's not in the Bible. I know you not study. I'm like, sir, that ain't in the Bible. Babies having babies ain't in the Bible. It's not in the Bible. I know that. I'm saying. That's why our children are doing this in the eighth rank. Our children are cursed. The Lord said what happened. That's like being cursed with the fruit of your body. The Bible is written in Old English. Old people spoke like that in Shakespearean times when it was translated. When it was translated, yeah. Had it been translated today, it would sound different. We translated back then. That's how they taught, man. The fruit of your body. Words like chambers just means bedroom. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? Any more questions online or in the class?
That's it for me.
Nah. Right, let me get my topic because a guy told me that Hebrews, he goes like, we dress funny, and Hebrews didn't dress like this. That's what it told me. He said we dress like, what do you call it? The Pope dresses. No, he goes, the men in the Bible dress like how the Pope dresses and shit. You know how they dress so poor. Yeah. The Pope, like nuns and Buddhists believe that we just poor. A man of God is not supposed to be flashy. Should have no gold. Should just poor. And that means you're godly. That's why when you see movies about Passion of Christ, you see Jesus in some shabby garment and mud in his face. That is not the Bible, man, at all. Someone give me Exodus 28 and 1. If you could to that point, get that for me, please.
I'm getting it.
Someone got it already. I'm calling.
Exodus 28 and 1, right?
Khan, please.
Khan. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother and his sons with him from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
There you go. So the Lord saying, take Aaron and his brother so he can work for me, minister me to work for me in the priest's office. You talk about the top priest. The same way you look at your Pope, the same way you look at your, what's his name, your bishops in the church with a nasty garb. You know the Catholic priest, what if we're about? The Catholic priest with a rope, Where's a rope? But the Lord, why? Because he's the top man, and the top man can't be worldly. He can't wear gold. He can't have nice clothing. He can't have silk on his skin. He has to just rough. Let's see what the God says about the top man, the priest. Keep it in.
Okay. Office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons.
And these are Aaron's sons. Aaron was selected to be the priest, and his sons after him were priests as well. So to be a priest, you can't just be a Levite. Moses was a Levite. You got to be a Levite and the son of Aaron as well. You feel me? Like you can't just be a Levite as a whole. Aaron's a Levite. Aaron is a Levite. You can't just be any Levite. You can't be a Levite from Moses or a Levite from Moses' uncle or a Levite from so and so. You got to be from this specific line to be a priest. And this is how the Lord wanted the priest to dress. Keep it in.
And on verse 2, and thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty.
What for?
For glory and for beauty.
Hold on. I thought a priest can't look good, man. God said he made the priest a garment just for beauty, man. Right. That's it. Not because it smells good, not because it fits good, not because it's holy and it glows and the spirit's on it, just for the simple fact that it looks good. God wants his priest to look good, that's it. I'm reading right here. It says, make him a garment for glory and for beauty. That's it, man. Right. So anybody talking about, no, pastor of God should just have the rope. I couldn't believe it. You seen the movie, what's it called, Sister Act? And they're wearing the rope and the black. Listen, man, they don't read the Bible. I read, man. The priest of the Bible are meant to wear garments just because it looks good. You're meant to see the priest and go, rah, the priest looking good, man. That's it. For that reason alone, keep it in.
Verse 3, and thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garments.
So the Lord says, speak to the wise-hearted, speak to the wise-minded man. So basically, get men that are skilled in making garments. Speak to men that are, get your best tailors, get your best sewing machines, your best sewers. I want them to make these garments. Keep it in.
To consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
I said, get this man to make garments. So this man is good when he's working for me in the priest's office. Listen, man, when I saw the Pope putting bread on people's tongue, isn't it? Like a bomb, man. The shabby sackcloth, just walking slow with a rope around his waist, and the shabby. You see the nuns as well, in the all black. Listen, what Bible are they reading from, man? What Bible are they reading from? UPK. Listen, he still with 4 or 5 chains, man. He still with matching headpiece, matching garment. I've been in the truth for so long. I've seen every type of material you can on God's green earth. I've seen silk garments, leather garments, silk, and I've seen wool, flock. I've seen the whole 9, man. Because these men that rock these garments know about the Bible, man. And they're also been in the world for so long, even outside the world. I've seen how them men dress, man. It was terrible, man. I couldn't be a black Catholic, man. I'll be crying every day. I got to put on that nasty sackcloth, man. That nasty sack. It looks rough as well, man. The material looks rough, man. It's tying a rope around your waist, is going to work, man. How's a man meant to? You know what I mean? How's a man meant to represent the Lord, man? Looking so rough, man. Keep it in.
It's like you said. They look like monks, don't they? Rather than
monks.
Oh, they are monks. Oh, okay.
Another name from the monk, same thing. They believe that to be godly, you can't have your own pleasure. To be godly, you must eat shit food, live a horrible life, just
no wife,
clothing, and just be miserable. I think that somehow that means godly. God forbid, just smile, have a wonderful time. They see us, you're enjoying your life. You're meant to live for God. Nowhere in the Bible, man. Keep it in.
Verse 4. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate,
a what?
And a ephod, and a robe.
This priest had a breastplate. The priest had a plate of gold on his chest. Have anyone seen the pictures of the ephod? If you keep reading, it will explain. Do you know the priest had a breastplate here? Listen, you're on about a rope for a belt. Damn that, man. The priest in the Bible had a breastplate. And in that breastplate, he had 12 stones to represent each tribe of the house of Israel. Had a sardine stone in there, onyx stone in there, sapphire stone in there, expensive diamonds in his chain, man. These priests look like rappers today, man. You know, black gold teeth and so forth. And that's why being flashy is in black people's spirit this day. Because this is our culture, man. The priest weren't wearing no shabby, what's it called, sackcloth, man. He had a breastplate on him. Keep it in.
The breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat.
Keep it in.
God, and a mitre.
A what?
And a girdle.
And a girdle. What's that saying right there? What's it saying about the priest? Read that. How you picture it? How you look how the Bible describes it. Had a mitre and a coat and a this and a mantle. It's saying that basically the priest is decked out. You know when a man got a suit on, he got the waistcoat, he got the tie, he got the coffin. That's why it's listed like bam, bam, like my priests are uniformed up. They can't come anyhow. They got like to be a priest, you gotta have a certain uniform. You can't. You know how in the white man's world you can't come to court without a tie. Everyone looking like what's wrong with him? You can't have the suit without a tie. You can't have the suit without a jacket. Or the jacket, the waistcoat, like crazy. And the law say you got to have them from head to toe, you know, you got to have the mitre. It said the broidered garments. Everyone know what broidered garments are?
Embroidered, didn't it? You know, patterns on them and
stitched in patterns.
Stitching work, needlework.
Yeah. Shout out to Haki and Karab, man, making the t-shirts and that embroidered. Embroidered lions and that in there. That's what we roll, man. Embroidered garments. Now listen, embroidery ain't nothing today. Now you got machines. Imagine one man with a needle, you know, had to make that garment from scratch. Can you imagine how expensive that is? The man didn't push a button, and there's loads of them. And today you push a button and they'll make 25 garments flat quick in different sizes, in a medium, a large, a small. Your garment was made to you, one person. That was work, man. That what the priest had the mitre. Read it again. He had the breastplate, the ephod, the robe. So you had the outer garment.
Verse 4. And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and a ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat, a mitre, a girdle. And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons.
And that's how the priests were, man. The priests didn't fling over no rag, man. They didn't fling over no potato sack and a rope, man. These men were well groomed, man. Well, you know how when you go to court and you got your suit all laid out, you got the belt, you got the cufflinks, you got the waistcoat. What else you got the tie, you got the jacket to go over it, you got the hat as well, man. And when you reach the court, you take your hat off. That's how the priests were, man. Fully equipped, man. Keep it in.
And his sons, that they may minister unto me in the priest's office.
And that's how these men work for God, man. In the priest's office, fully decked, man. Couldn't come anyhow. Couldn't fling on no potato sack and start ministering to the Lord, man. Keep it in.
Verse 5. And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen.
Look at this, man. The priest got fine linen. Linen. This one, linen is expensive today. I'm gonna buy some linen boxers, man, and it's £30 for one. Not a pack, you know, for one box of shorts, man. It is expensive, man. And not only does the priest have linen, not only does he have linen, he has fine linen, and he has purple and blue linen. Purple, do you know how you get purple linen? You got to dye it, man. And that dye is expensive.
That's
because
right.
there's nothing out there. Apparently, the reason being is there's no ink that's purple. You got to mix inks. It's expensive, man. You got to find a man that makes garments, to find another man that dyes garments, man. This is racking up a bill here. And this is how the Lord wanted his priests to dress, man. There weren't no bums, man. Keep it in.
Verse 6. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twined linen, with cunning work.
And cunning work? Cunning means like work that ain't easy, hard, cunning work, man. You know, you got a man that does regular stitching. You got a man that does cunning stitching, man. Intertwined, even. He ain't easy, man. Keep it in.
Verse 7. It shall have two shoulder pieces thereof, joined at the two edges thereof.
And the man had, the priest even had a shoulder piece as well, man. Had one shoulder piece here, one shoulder piece here, and it will meet in the middle, man. That's what we're reading right here. Keep it in.
Salakia. Edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. Verse 8. And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same according to the work thereof.
Keep it in.
Even of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet, of fine twined linen.
There you go, expensive colors. Keep it in.
Verse 9. And thou shalt take two onyx stones.
Two onyx stones? You know how expensive? Two onyx stones. This man got gems, you know. Right. Valuable stones on him. Two of them. And guess what? On one stone, he will mark 6 tribes. And the other, he will mark another 6 tribes, man. Now, keep reading. I'm sure how expensive this is. Keep reading.
Engrave on them the names of the children of Israel.
Engraved on them is the children of Israel. Do you know how expensive it is? Listen, how much is it today to get your name engraved on a wedding ring? Does anyone know? Please. I know that for a fact. To get your name engraved in gold. And this man gets the names, you know, engraved, 6 names on one stone, 6 on the other, engraved into a gem. This is the reason. These priests are racking up a bill. They ain't wearing cheap clothing. Keep it in.
Verse 10. 6 of their names on the
sucking the cut. You, so that means you find yourself 2 onyx stones, expensive as it is. You take them onyx stones to a man that can engrave it, man. Right. Now, men that can do that stuff, they ain't just walking the streets. These are like, this is before the yellow pages, man. This is before, you know, Google. You type in engagement ring engraved near me. You have to go find this man. And this man, you go on Google Maps and find Taylor near me. Let's go find this brother, man. And this brother ain't cheap, man. This brother ain't got the machines that you got. He's doing it by hand, you know. Somehow on a stone, carving in the name of Judah, fine. Now there's a laser in it. You cut your name in nicely in fancy writing with a laser. He's doing the same work. Look at Chris by his hand. When that man's done cutting it, he ain't gonna charge it cheap. I'll tell you that for a fact. The work he put in and the sweat he busting, he gonna make. He gonna say that's free. That's expensive, man, and that's how the priest dress. Keep it in.
Verse 10 again. 6 of the names on one side of one stone, and the other 6 names of the rest of the on the other stone, according to their birth.
There you go. So 6 on one stone, 6 on the other, according to their birth. So this garment ain't no fling garment, you know. It's done precisely according to the birth. Mean what Reuben's name will be first. Simeon and Levi be next, Judah be next, and so forth. But I can't remember. But that's the first 4 I always remember, all the way down to Benjamin, who's last. Right now, this garment is expensive and well thought and not easily made, man. Keep it in.
Verse 11. With the work of an engraver in stone.
There you go, an engraver. That's the content, the engraver, man. Keep it in.
God, like the engraving of a signet, shalt thou.
Like engraver, a signet is like a ring a man has. And for a man to get a ring, a signet is a ring with your initials on it. And that's where the word signature comes from. Today now, to make sure that you sign a document, you'll sign it. Back then, everyone had their own official signature on their ring, and you'll put it in wax, boom, stamp it on a piece of paper. That's where you had a signet. That's where you get the word signature from. Keep it. Signature here does not come from sign away your nature. That's lies. Sounds good. Bullshit. Comes from the word signet. When you watch Polite, you know what they go, because when you give them a signature, you are signing away your nature. Sign nature. You're signing away, and it sounds so good, but it's a lie. It's bullshit. So much things in life sound good, but they're lies. What's other one? The library. How do you learn all these lies and that? Where do you learn Jesus was white? You learn in the library. You know what I'm saying? Or you learn his story. Anything in the it's called history.
Yeah.
It's called history. No, you learn his story, the white man, his story. He'll tell you everyone great was white, blah, blah, blah. It's called history. That's it, man. And signature don't from sign away your nature. I've heard it all, man. You heard that one before. I've heard what's that one again? Israel comes from ISIS, Ra, and El. See, that's 3 gods. It's true. And you put it together, it doesn't mean that. Because Israel, if we was in Jerusalem right now, we wouldn't say Israel. That's English. We wouldn't say that at all. SHALAM. So it sounds good. It sounds great. It's garbage, man. A signature comes from the word signet. Okay, that's you can see the root word signature. That's where it comes from. You're not signing away your nature, man. Gosh, carry on.
Salakia. Yeah, they say about good morning means morning. You're moaning. No. You're mourning someone.
I heard it all, man. Good morning. It's crazy people, man. What's that one? The television. It's a television. Telling you lies visually. Like, oh god, they broke it down. And you whoa. Boy, black people are funny, man. What you want to do is stop for that, man.
That's right.
They're telling you lies visually. Vision. Look, man, stop it. Carry on.
God. Verse 11. With the work of an engraver in stone, like an engravings of a signet, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel. Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold.
Listen, man, when you read the whole thing, man, the whole thing is expensive, Salakia. Expensive, glorious. And why did the Lord, let's listen, why did the Lord have the priests have all this gold, all these gems, all these stones, all this embroidery? Why? Does anyone know?
God, to be so they glorify, glorified them.
There you go. Just because he wants to look beautiful. That's it. That's it.
Right.
You know, in the Mishnah it will say it's too vain. Like if you wear, like especially like with earrings, will say, oh, like be careful, don't wear too much or don't wear too. Is there a limit? Like, is there a point where you're not actually taking it too far?
Listen, there's no limit in what you can have, man. So lucky. If you like jewelry, wear jewelry. The problem is you gotta check the spirit, man. If you're stealing, the Bible goes, the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, the love of it. So if you're stealing that gold, if you can't step out the house, or you don't respect no one because they ain't got the gold, or you just love a man just for gold, and yeah, that might be a problem. But if you like gold, you get that gold, man. You like gold and you're working for it. You like gold rings, gold chains, go get it, man. In the Bible, we had gold, man. We had so much gold that how do you think the Lord punished us in the Bible? Does anyone know?
Salakia, that other nations took it away from us.
There you go. There's so much gold to punish us. The Lord, so I'm taking it from him, man. Someone give me Isaiah 4, no, Isaiah 3. I think it's 3, you know. It's 3 about it's 16, is it? Yeah, 16.
Is it verse 18?
No, 16 is like
Can't. Book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord.
Hold that 1 second.
No sweat.
All right, read that again, people. Kusha.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
So he's talking about our sisters. The Lord said, because our sisters are haughty and walk around with stretched forth necks. You know what I mean? Stretched forth neck is like, you know, your head in the sky, proud. Like, you know, a giraffe walks around with their head on in the sky. You know, a woman snap their neck and you can't tell them no. They know everything. Because our women read.
Salakia, sir.
Go on.
Sorry, where we at, sir? Salakia, I just went to the toilet.
Isaiah 3, 16.
Can't do all them.
So because our women, you know, would disrespectful and do what they want to do and post what God wants, keep it in.
Walking and mincing as they go.
Walking and mincing as they go, man. You know, the walk, look at the walk and wine. Just walking. Tell you nothing. Keep it in.
And making a tinkling with their feet.
And making a tinkling with their feet, man. What's that talking about? The anklet bracelets, man. Anklet today, woman with heels. You give a woman some heels, oh man, they walk on purpose so everyone can hear them. Need all their attention, man. Keep it in.
Salakia, sir.
Go on.
Is that not good then? That a woman, like, you know, click her shoes and that, and you know.
No. Nothing wrong with it. I'll get to the point. Nothing wrong with it at all. It's talking about our woman was so evil at the time, you know, walking around, stretched forth necks, proud. You know, no one can tell them nothing. All vain, walking around, hear their tinkling because, you know, they're so vain and just into themselves. This is what the Lord did. Keep it in.
Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
The Lord said will smite the crown. You know what I mean? It's talking about, you know, our sisters nowadays got to use weave and extensions and so forth. Because, you know, the Lord, he cursed their hair growth. Keep it in.
And the Lord will discover their secret parts.
Keep it in.
In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about
There you
their
go.
feet.
And the Lord would take away them tinkling ornaments. You know, us that had tinkling ornaments. A tinkling is like when you walk and it jingles. The tinkling ornament. Where? Where were these ornaments like here?
Bangles, like hands, feet. You get
No,
me?
right here in the end of verse 16. Where were these tinkling ornaments that the Lord took away?
That's 16.
No, 17 is it, yeah? 18 is like here.
18.
Oh, their confidence. Is that not their confidence, sir?
No, it's that the Lord would take away the tinkling ornaments from around their feet, man. You know, our woman has so much gold, they even had gold on our feet. What today you call an anklet bracelet. That's how black men are. Black men love gold so much. Guess what? We put gold in my teeth. We ran out of space, put gold in for shit. Ran out of gold, put hands rings some gold somewhere else, man. And we put it in our teeth. We ran out of gold for wrong. We put an ankle, man. The Lord said we take away said because we're so wicked, He can take away the gold that we even had on our feet. We had that, but we had gold on our ankles back then as well. Keep it in.
about their feet and their calls and their
And their-
round. It's like,
And their calls, Salakin. Someone give, oh man. Have we got a Bible dictionary? What's a call? Let me see.
Oh, Salakia.
No, sir. I got one online, you know.
Hey, damn.
Scarves, or headbands.
A Most High in Christ. So we had beautiful scarves then as well. The Lord took that too. Keep it in.
Conor Macan. And their round tires like the moon.
And then round tires like the moon. We had like round earrings and so forth. The Lord took that as well. It's all the gold that we had. Keep it in.
The chains
The
and the
what?
bracelets.
The Lord said he took the chains as well, which shows you that this is a black man's book, man. Only black men call a necklace a chain. A white man will say, no, what chain is, handcuffs. A chain to slavery. We call a necklace a chain. The Lord said took away the chain and the bracelets. The chain is a necklace that goes around your neck. The bracelet is the one that goes around your wrist. We had that too. And because we're disobedient, the Lord took all that too. So prior to this, our woman had chains, anklets, bracelets. Keep it in.
Conor Macan. And the mufflers.
You got to look in the Bible dictionary for that as well. I'm not sure what it is. Keep it in.
The bonnets.
And the bonnets. Bonnets is a headdress. Today it's a thing that you wear to bed. Back then it was like a glorified headdress, like a nice hat that women had. We, according to our history, women are meant to cover their heads. So our women would do that, cover their heads in style with the caul as we just read, with the bonnets as we just read. Go on.
Yeah, Salakia, that's the mufflers. It's the veils, mufflers.
Another type of veil because it's a woman's. It's like to aim for cornet in Isaiah 3:16. Because a woman must cover her head, women found loads of different stylish ways to cover their head. Just like today, women in school, some wear a nice hat, some wear a head wrap, some wear the scarf down, some tie, women tie it backwards, forwards, like whatever they gotta do. Because it's our culture, black women, black women already ain't just one dimensional like Muslims. They wear the scarf all the same, they wear the sari all the same, just dead man. Our women had different ways to cover their head, had the caul, the muffler, and the bonnet. Keep it in.
Conor Macan. The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands.
And the woman had ornaments on their legs, headbands. Keep it in.
And the tablets and the earrings.
Had earrings also. Black woman had earrings. The ears are full of gold and jewels and silver. What else?
The rings and nose jewels.
The rings and the nose jewels had rings in their nose. You know what I mean? The stud, the ring, whatever the case may be. All women had that. Keep it in.
Conor Macan. The changeable suits of apparel.
Changeable suits of apparel, man. Meaning you don't just have apparel. Apparel means clothing. You got changeable. You got changes of clothes. Which is today. You're probably like, yeah, and because you got Primark today. But back then, someone had to make your garment from scratch for you. Had to measure you. If you got loads of them, meaning you're rich, you're doing good. And this is how our people do at one point. Keep it in.
Conor Macan. The mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins.
Then all these things you got to research, man. Look at the Bible dictionary. I can't remember it all out, but all these things were glorious and look good and just beauty. All these things just to look good. And that's how it is in the Bible. Don't let no Christian tell you, listen, if you love yourself and take pride in yourself, you're a sinner. You gotta be rough and wear the nuns outfit like Sister Mary Clarence from what's it called again? Sister Act.
Sister.
If you dare put on a nice dress and think that you're nice, that's disgusting. You're a whore actually. You're a whore because you want to look good. The Bible goes Sarah was pretty at 100, man. You get me? Ain't nothing wrong with looking after yourself. Again, the Bible does say the root of evil, the love of money is the root of all evil. So again, if you if you get in a whore for it and kill for it, then it's a problem. It's like it is.
No, with like the anklets, is that really? I don't know if it's like a false tale where they say that whores wore anklets, or is that just?
Well, we're reading it here. It's faulty, man. You know what I mean? People that wear anklets are people that want the ankles to look good, man. That's what it is. People that wear necklaces are people that want to look good, man. Women that get their hair done, well, women that just should want to look good. Nowadays, women that get their hair done, why they want They want to have sex with loads of different men. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. A man that got gold teeth is a man that wants teeth to look good, man. A man that, you know, takes care of himself and, you know, buys flashy clothes and matching garments. A man that just wants to look good. And in the Bible, there's nothing wrong with that at all in the Bible. In fact, I'm gonna show you another sister in the Bible that, you know, looked good and it wasn't a sin, man. Give me Judith 10:1.
Judith 10, verse 1. Now after that she had ceased to cry unto God, to the God of Israel. So lucky, I'll read it again.
Go on.
Now after that she had ceased to cry unto the God of Israel, and had made an end of all these words. She rose.
So Judith was crying. Judith was crying and mourning, and now she's done with the crying. She's done with the mourning, man. It's time to take off the sackcloth. It's time to wipe them tears. It's time to look good now, man. And this is what Judith's done to look good. Keep it in.
She rose where she had fallen down, and called her maid, and went down into the house in which she was abode in the Sabbath days, and in their feast days, and pulled off sackcloth, which she had worn, to Lakia, which she had put on, to Lakia, which she had on, and put off the garments of her widowhood.
And this is what Judith done. She took off the sack. She wants to look good now. Rabbi now, she got a panoply sleeve. She wants to stop looking rough. And this is what she done. She took off the sackcloth. Sackcloth is like, anyone seen a potato sack?
Yeah.
Like, you see what it's made out of, that rough material. Do you know why it's made out of that material? Do you know why it's made out of that material?
Is it because it's lucky?
Go on.
Is it to like punish yourself because, you know what I mean, how it feel on your body?
No, I mean, like, people have potato sack, and potato sack is rough to carry potatoes in. Why do they carry potatoes in that potato sack? Does anyone know? It's strong, but mainly because it's just cheap. Remember, you're carrying potatoes. You're not going to use linen and flax and wool. It's to carry this big, ugly potatoes, and that's why they use it, because it's cheap. We don't care about it. Our job is to get potatoes from one place to another. Now imagine you take that same rough potato sack that's cheap that no one cares about and puts it on your body, put it on your body. That's not someone that really takes pride in their appearance or really cares about how they look. Just like Catholic pastor, man. And in Israel, when we was mourning, we would put on potato sack to show the Lord that, listen, Lord, I'm sorry for what I've done, man. I'm so sorry. Look, I don't care how I look. I mean, like, to show the Lord that, so the Lord will look from heaven and go, yo, he's serious, man. Another way to mourn was to fast. The Lord will go, yo, this nigga ain't eating nothing. Like, he really is down about what he done. So Judith had potato sack on and whatnot. She took it off, keep it in.
Got on Khan, and washed her body all over with water.
She washed her body. She getting herself nice and dialed up now, man. Washed herself using, what's it called? The Dove. The what's the soap we use nowadays, man? You get the little package with the what's it? You know, after the spray, this got the spray. You see the thing, got the spray one side, shower gel in next. What's the third thing? There was one more thing, man. What is it, man? Is it cream? Cream, the third one. Yeah. She's getting herself all nice and washed up. Keep it in.
Got on Khan, and anointed herself with precious ointment.
And she imagine this. She washed. It's a black woman, you know. What do you do after you wash? What do black people do after they wash?
Cream in it.
No,
Dry
man.
cream.
Anointed herself. The word anointment means oil. She washed herself, then creamed herself, man. You see, do you think no white woman, man? White women jump out, you can't even see the ash, man. Black women gotta get all greased up, man. Make yourself full, you know what I mean? You get the ash and all that stuff. You gotta grease off your, especially the elbows, like grease off your elbows, look nice and smooth. That's what Judith was doing. Ain't nothing wrong with taking pride in yourself, man. Yeah, there's one religion that believes that they don't wash. They can't even sleep on a comfortable bed, man. You heard about that one there? It's a net type of monk. You think the Catholic priest is bad? The net type of monk that don't even sleep in comfortable beds. They believe that they can't have no form of comfort, man. That's a lot. Someone's on a hard slab, and they believe that, listen, any pleasure is just wrong. You're meant to just live in torment, and it's terrible, man.
Demons talking to them, innit?
Yeah, it must be Salakia. Okay, nothing more sweet than a nice warm bed. You know the ones that Akian?
Khan.
You're a nice warm bed, you spread out a nice mattress. I don't know, man.
Fresh, everything fresh and clean.
I don't know what demons on them, because yo, man, love a nice bed, man. So anyway, Judith started to look after herself, man. Took off the garment of a morning, got greased up, oiled up, keep it in.
So Lakia,
In the
And
middle of
braided her hair, the hair of her head.
there you go, man. More proof that she's black, man. Braided her hair, man. So she got her hair did. She got her hair did, you know. She got greased up, washed up, hit the salon, man. There ain't nothing wrong with looking after yourself, man. Don't let them fool you about, oh, it's wrong. And you're what they say, you're vain. You're vain. Vain is a man. A vain is a woman that don't care about nothing else but her hair. That's someone who's vain. Don't care about if you're a good man or not, man. What car do you drive? Don't care about, what type of person you are, how much money you got. That's someone that's vain. There's difference between someone who's vain and someone that wants to look nice. Everyone in life, God made everyone, different spirits. Some people are interested in looking good, some people are not. And it's entirely up to you. But ain't nothing wrong with saying, well, I like that gold chain. In fact, you know what? I want 2 of them. I don't mind 3. There's something wrong if you want a gold chain and you kill someone for it, man. Or you whore for it, that's when it's wrong. But nothing wrong with someone looking after themselves, man.
Karawan Khan. And put on a tire upon it.
And she put a tire, so she braided her hair, then put a nice head wrap on top of it as well, man. To look good.
So like I said, that's where the women of today, our women, get their because up here, Halsden and all this area, Kilburn, you just and even in Brixton, Birmingham, you see most of our women are wearing the thing around there.
Yeah,
that's what tire is. That's what they call the tire, right?
It's called a tire because you tie it. It's called a tire.
Oh.
A tire is clothes that you put around you. That's where the root where it comes from. But it's a fashion now. A lot of women wearing the head wrap because a lot of people into culture nowadays. And everyone's cultural and everyone's going natural. So I'm not sure it's if it will come back to stay or if it's a fashion for some people. But yeah, you see that a lot. You know what I mean? Women. I even see white women with the head wrap nowadays. I'm thinking, raw. What's the world coming to? I see blonde hair coming out. I see blonde hair coming out of a wrap. I'm thinking, raw. What's the world coming to?
I see one Edomite in the gym, other one, right? With plaits, He had proper like long plaits. And I kept looking at him. I felt disgusted, you know what I mean? They're always taking our shit. So like my language. So like
what gets me now is that I don't want to think about it, man. But one day, yeah, people are gonna go to how to get your hair braided, yeah, you gotta go to a black woman. The day's coming to get your hair braided, you're just gonna go to a hairdresser. It's gonna be our culture is gonna be just common, and braids ain't gonna be a black thing, it's gonna be a thing. And in a barbershop, you're gonna say we do fades and braids and this, and you're gonna just go and get braids from an Indian, Chinese, anything. It's gonna be a common thing. Women are gonna just learn to braid. I'm telling you, I see it. Every day I think about it, I want to cry. Oh God! See, that's happened already.
He does celebrities out there.
It's a shame, man. I'm telling you. And one day you're gonna go to Jamaica shop. You're gonna say, "White man, them this serious?" And be like, "Yo, what do you want?" And dump is gonna just be a thing that you just make, Don't tell me I'm lying because KFC got a white man's face on the shop. So don't tell me it's impossible. Don't tell me it's impossible. And one day you're gonna go there and say, "Yeah, boss." It's gonna just be random food. It's like
Hear the cry. You know what they can do with hair now? You know what they can do with like Asian hair? Other one, they can turn Asian hair like Negroes hair, wool. You know that?
Fuck.
Wool. I'm gonna send it over to you later.
It's a shame, man.
Asian man's hair, they put something on it, and it turned wool.
You sure it ain't perm?
No, I'm gonna show it to him. I'll send you the video. I'm gonna send you the video.
I heard if you perm a man, you got straight. I heard if you perm someone with woolly hair, woolly. No, I heard you perm woolly hair, it goes straight. You perm straight hair, it goes woolly, innit? So
he kills the thing up on the one. I'm telling you, and it looked like when you look at him now, you think he might be one of the tribes there. One of the tribes.
Sure.
I'll send it to you.
No sweat. But I keep reading in the meantime, Salakia.
Could have one come. Salakia the one. And put on her garment of gladness.
And she put in a garment of gladness, man. Not every day you wear the garment of sadness. Sometimes you gotta look good, man. Look glad and nice and You look good today. You are just nothing wrong with, you know, being happy and dressing good and feeling yourself sometimes, man. Keep it in.
Wherewith she was clad during the life of Manasseh, her husband.
Keep it in.
And she took sandals upon her feet.
So she put on her good shoes. You know, when you bust up in that box, you got the good shoes. She put sandals on her feet. Keep it in.
And put about her bracelet and her chains.
Put her
and
brains.
her rings.
She put her bracelets, chains, and rings and earrings. Keep it in.
And all her ornaments, and decked herself bravely to allure the eyes of all men that should see her.
There you go, man. When you read the story, she used her beauty to kill this evil king, man. But it said that she had to look beautiful, and she put on the clothes that she used to wear before her husband died, man. I mean, she used to dress good at one time, but because he died, she was mourning and couldn't marry. She couldn't remarry. She couldn't do it. You know what I mean? And so anyway, that's the point I was making.
That's a heavy story there, you know.
The Benjamin one.
Nah, Benjamin was Esther, you know.
Esther.
Yeah.
Benjamin would have remarried though, innit? Straight away. This one couldn't though, right?
Say that again?
I'm just joking. I just said Benjamin would have.
My roof like Benjamin says, just careful.
That's a lucky. I love her still. You know that already, man.
All right, give me Numbers 17:35. More on our power. If you could have done, read that for me. Talking about how we dress.
Numbers
17:35.
17 and 35.
I think 17 doesn't go up to 35.
Numbers, just start from numbers,
17, yeah.
From the beginning, yeah?
Yeah, 17:35. That, yeah?
35 or 17. Then go to 35.
No. I want to talk number 17, chapter 17, verse 35. Slack, yeah.
Number 17 goes to 35.
No.
You got it? You got it?
Nah, it doesn't go up to verse 35. It goes up to 17.
Slack, I'm tripping.
Might
Sorry.
be number 7. Number 7, verse 35. That's a sacrifice for peace offerings.
I must have been. Numbers 15:38. I don't know where I got that from. 15:38.
Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
So this is also our dress code, something that the Catholics don't do. The Bible goes, Lord said to Moses, go tell Israel that we have fringes in the borders of our garment. Does anyone know what fringes in the border of your garment is?
Like the seam.
That's the border, the seam. Tassels, like tassels, or that's fringes in the border of your garment. So the white man thinks that the border. Listen, no one understands scripture. Faith Israelites believe that you must put fringes on a t-shirt. They think the border of your garment is the end of your garment. That's not the border, man. Your border of your garment, like the border of Scotland to England, is where Scotland and England meet, man.
Right.
The border of your garment is when one piece of material meets another material. It's called a seam. That's where you have fringes. And then the Jewish man believes that you have tassels, 4 tassels on your garment, man. If that ain't carnal as hell, that is carnal, man. You know, like the borders have what, like a square, 4. This white man puts 4 fringes on a t-shirt, man. Like it's like if I go, listen, the Bible goes that we'll be scattered for the 4 corners of the earth. The earth don't have corners, man. It's like literal. The white man literally puts 4 fringes on his t-shirt, man. That's ridiculous. According to history, I'm a proof to that fringes in the border of your garment ain't talking about. It's not talking about at the bottom of your t-shirt, man. It's talking about on the seams. Let me prove it to you real quick. Bear me 2 seconds. Can anyone see this?
It's not loaded yet.
Look at that garment, man.
Yeah, man, that's heavy still.
Look at this old garment that you can find in You can find it in a museum, man. Look at the
So
border
that's
of blue. It's like
Ain't
the person that wore this wasn't in the UPK, man. But back in slavery, we still had a bit of history. And this is an old garment that you can find in the museum. And even they know, look, they ain't wearing 4 fringes. They ain't wearing fringes on a t-shirt, man. Even they knew, even you can find it in the museum. And even the brothers back there in North America, man, knew how to rock fringes, man. And it wasn't like how these fake Israelites bang fringes, man. Disgusting. I see some of the garments, it makes me want to vomit, man. It makes me want to vomit. I saw a fake Israelite group with nasty African garments, man. I don't even know if it's even African or Muslim. I couldn't even tell. What I do know was disgusting, man. Posing like it's wearing glorious garments, like, ugh. How do you call yourself Israelites, man, but you're wearing African garments, man? And you couldn't come in here with that, man. So everyone's invited to a Passover except the nigga in that garment, man.
right.
That garment, you ain't coming in, man. Make my children see that nasty garment. I think that it's acceptable to wear that disgusting garment. That's nasty, man. How do you feel as a black man, man? You went in an Indian man's shop and bought that for your Passover, man. You went, you're screaming, Abdul, you got that in the 5. And an Indian man sold you that. Listen, man, you can't wear that here, man. You should feel shame. Wearing a dashiki with fringes, man. That was horrible. And then posing the camera like they're wearing some
nice.
I should have laughed. Disgusting, man. Couldn't believe it, man. Read that again out.
Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel and bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
It's like you say, you muted the it's been muted.
Like, you hear me now?
Can't.
It's our custom to wear fringes. That's why I got fringes on my pants now, on the seams, man. That's why you see them in the UPK fringes everywhere. Because our custom, our culture, man. Exactly, that's what we wear fringes, man. Let me tell you, Jesus Christ himself wore fringes, man. In the Bible, Christ himself kept all the laws. So this law would have applied to Christ too. And Jesus Christ wore fringes, man. Someone get me Matthew 9 and 20.
Matthew 9, verse 20. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood.
There's a woman that had an issue of blood. Anyone know what it's talking about? Issue of blood.
Is it not not period, Salakia? No?
The period. Well, imagine he's on forever, man. And that was the disease she had. Some people bleed for a couple of days, some 7, some longer. But imagine just bleeding. I think she bled for years, man. Yes. I think the Bible it says like 20 something. Like at that point, that's just your life. You know the one thing, it's your life, change your pad. It's not like living in the wheelchair. It's like you accepted it. I'm in a wheelchair. It's life for me. That was her life for her at that time. She didn't.
Qadon Khan. 12 years. He came behind him and touched the hem of his garment.
This woman was bleeding for 12 years, came to Christ and touched the hem of his garment. We done?
Qadon Khan. For she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole.
And this woman, imagine that, the woman believed in Christ so much, she goes, listen, what I want to do, if I can touch his garment, the hem of his garment, I can be healed again. That's how much she believed that Christ could heal her. Keep it in.
So like yourself, was that faith without was that faith with works?
No, this is more like she saw that Christ was a man, and she's, even if I get close to him or look in direction, I know this man so holy, like he can heal me. And just by touching his hem of his garment, she was made whole. Any more than that?
But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith have made thee whole.
And Christ, listen, your faith made you whole, man, because you believe. That's why you're whole again. Whole is an old English word which means well. Like if you're not well, you're not whole, you're broken. When you're whole again, you're all one again. Like if you're like a broken egg, ain't whole. When it's mended, it's whole again. Like, can everyone see this? I'm gonna share my screen. So the Bible goes, she touched the hem of Christ's garment. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna share my screen real quick. You see my screen, yeah?
Oh, come up here. Oh, I can see it now. Yeah.
Let me blow it up a little bit more for you, man.
Just the hem.
This is where you're reading from, yeah? Matthew 9 and 20. See?
Can't see.
And behold, a woman with disease, 12 years, touched his hem. When you look at that word hem in the Greek, and this is the word hem. I don't speak Greek, but that's the word Greek there. I think it's what? Kraspedon? Kraspedon,
yeah. Long word, dude.
Trust me, just for him. And look, second definition, the fringe of a garment. This woman touched the fringes of Christ, man. Jesus Christ had fringes on his garment, man.
Right.
Jesus Christ was wearing no disgusting African garment, man. Christ just like how we just like. And why wouldn't he? It's in the law, man. It's his culture.
Right.
It's his culture. Moses, thousands of years before Christ, Moses laid down the culture. So how do you think Christ would have been dressing? Like a monk. When you see the picture of Christ, he's wearing Roman clothing, man. Christ was not Roman. Christ wore clothing how we wore clothing, man. Christ had a golden belt around his waist. Why? Because black people wear gold, man. Christ had fringes. Why? Because we wear fringes. Jesus Christ had fringes on his garment, man. He didn't have them four them tassels, man. You know them four tassels that look like shoestrings, like shoelaces. Four of them, and how you don't forget one of them? I'm a kind of guy I always forget one. Like I rock on socks or some shit. Like how you get every day the same four.
I'll tell you how. Salaki, I'll tell you how.
Just buy enough for them, innit?
Them dirty people, they just leave it on the clothes. When they sleep, when they wake up, when they go in their baths, all of them things, they just leave it.
It's not. Now, you know what I think to do? I think to buy a woolly for them. They probably get like 40 of them. And when one lasts, I get stuck in the wash or something, just pull out our next one. But anyway, that ain't fringes, man. Anyway, that's the class. Dua for everyone coming through, for everyone in the chat. I'm handing over to Priest and Prophet, Trooper, Abidaya Allah. Give him a hand. Give me the salute, please. Over time. Hi, Madam.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Two sisters.
I mean, title two sisters. Amadium Shabbat. Barak.
Yahweh Shema Allah Ta'ala Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
Yajum Mata. Dismissed.
Shalom. Man, brothers, shalom. Yabjik
Shabbat.
Yeah.